Hi all, this is Lars speaking from Wonderkind. I'm the founder of Wonderkind. I will just briefly walk you through our tool, in which I'm gonna explain a bit more about what we do, what our mission is, but of course also show you how our tool works. So in essence, what we do is we reach up to 5 times more candidates, and we do this on the media that people are really active on. So what normally you have to depend on is the 20% of the people that are actively going to job boards if you would like to find candidates. But what we do in essence is that we use social media, Facebook, like Instagram, Google Display, Google Search, to reach the people on the media that they're really active on based on their most honest behavior. In a nutshell, what our technology does is actually we have a dashboard where you can fill in the job details, but just only 20% of our clients are using that. Most of our clients work through API or XML because we can publish ads on social on a large scale. So through the input that we need for the campaigns, for the job campaigns, we can then recognize what kind of profile this is. So in the second step, you see that we use a profile system, which actually is a tool that recognizes what kind of job title it is. So for instance, a PHP developer or a Laravel developer will be recognized as a PHP developer. That will be the profile. A growth hacker is a performance marketeer. And behind this performance marketeer, for instance, we then have the targeting settings. We also know what kind of search keywords that we have to use, but also, which is really important, especially in the US, we gather a lot of audiences because in the US it's not allowed anymore to target proactively. There's a huge restriction on recruitment campaigns. So through the audience that we gather, we can then retarget lookalike audiences that then maybe are looking like the nurses or the PHP developer, for instance. So really important that part. We also the essence of our profile system is there because we don't just depend on search volume, but we have to proactively reach out. And with proactively reaching out to candidates, we have to know where they are active. So we have to show the ads on the media that they're using every day. Um, the third step is that we also have to show ads on these media so that they're fit for the media that we use on Facebook and Instagram, etc. So we have to use also pictures and we have to use copy. In our tool, we can preset all the templates and the budgets that you would like to allocate. And I will show that in a minute. The fourth step is that we have our social ads running in all kinds of media. So the Facebook, Instagram, Google Display, Google Search, as I've said. We can then also retarget, which is really important, of course, because it's even a tougher decision what kind of television that you have to pick is an easy one. But if you want to switch jobs, it's not just that something that you do just out of an instance, but it's something that takes a bit longer. And then in this case, it's really important to use also retargeting. Um, of course, we also use Google Search. Then the fifth step is that we daily track all the stats, and so based on that, it's really easy to also just manage the campaigns from the side of the partner. So when do you switch on campaigns? When do you switch off campaigns? Based on the stats that we track, the partner can decide to switch on or maybe even increase budgets. The sixth step is also that we all the pictures, all the copy that we use, we A/B test. So we also resemble pictures. We use AI technologies like Google image recognition. We also analyze tone of voice to make sure that we can improve our profile system on every geolocation where we run our campaigns. So in the seventh step, that we can give feedback to our tool back to improve it every single second of the day. So how does that work? I will guide you through our tool. So this is our dashboard, which I've said that's just being used by 20% of our clients, but because most of them are just connected to our tool and do it through XML or API. So this is an overview of all the campaigns. So this is our dummy account of Wonderkind. Here you see all the campaigns. Normally, if you have campaigns live, then you see also the live campaigns. You can tweak them and change the pictures and the copy if you want, just on every instant. Um, But to show you how it works, all the functionality that I'm showing now is also accessible through XML or API. We have the awareness functionality where you can promote job function groups for job function groups like IT. I want to create awareness for the IT people. I want to create awareness for healthcare. But the best example is to show the vacancy visits. Job applications will be only available for a few sweet spot roles, function groups like operators, drivers, etc. More on that later. But the most beautiful example of how we work on a large scale is the consideration, the vacancy visits functionality. I will show you how that works. So hit the button create campaign. We can then create the campaign. So for instance, we're looking for a growth hacker. So I'll fill this in our profile system. And what happens now is that automatically in our tool, we search all kinds of synonyms. In our database, we can then recognize that it's a digital marketing specialist. So if you use the French words for it or Czech words or whatever language, we will recognize that's a digital marketing specialist. So that's this example. So we can choose the city that we would like to target in. Amsterdam, for instance. We can then select the start date. We can say, I only want to have this campaign running in April. Also something available through API. Landing page, you can add your UTM to it if you want. PO number, reference number, whatever is needed for your administration. Then start creating these ads. At this part, you can select your Facebook page. So you can select the sales vacancies, for instance. Then we can start creating the Facebook ads, which is really simple. And you can go to your own media library to create them. You can upload your own media library. We've got some examples here. So we select these pictures. You can upload your videos and videos and pictures in this overview. I can fill in some copy, just quickly, some generic copy. The call to action, which is shown here. You can run through all the campaigns here. If you want, you can tweak and show another part of the picture, and done. So this is how it looks like on the timeline. Then we also have the functionality of the carousel. And of course, we also have the functionality of stories. Now, in this case, we see the pictures, but you can upload also videos here in the right format. Going back to the timeline pictures, we can create this ad. We can really easily also copy them to Instagram, as you can see here. We can set the budget, for instance, 500 euros, confirm. And whenever you're ready and you have set all the right copy, the right pictures, you can click on deploy campaign and we'll go live on an instant. How does this work on the large scale? If we would use the XML feature, of course, you don't have to do this over and over again. We have created our template functionality. So we can create the template and we can say, okay, we want to have for the job, we want to have a template for the IT functionality function group, runtime of 5 days. And we can do the same thing that I've shown you just a minute ago, but I've got a better example already preset. So whenever a sales job comes in, we can set that for 5 days runtime. We can choose whatever runtime is needed. Start creating these ads. And here you see how the format would look like. So it's really easy. This example, we company, which is a variable, are looking for a new job title, which is a variable in city. So it could be we booking.com are looking for a new account manager in Amsterdam. And this can be done just really fully automated and will already go live whenever it's just shown in the XML. In this case, we have chosen a runtime budget of 50 euros. Confirm, and whenever the job comes in, it will be created as a draft. In the future, we will also automate that further, and you can publish it. If then, for instance, this campaign is created with a wrong template, you can duplicate or edit the campaign, of course, the campaigns that you have had in the published in the past, but also we can use the custom templates. So whenever we have a campaign, I just showed you the example of this specific job function group, but you can also do it per job profile. So it can be for customer success. Oh, service location, Amsterdam, landing page, runtime. Same story. Whenever it's created, then you can use it over and over again. Just every time the customer service representative is being recognized in the XML, then it can be published automatically. This is just in a nutshell how this tool works. We have some other functionalities here in the settings where you can add some Facebook pages, Instagram pages, but also the custom URL. So you can also add your UTMs if you want per channel, reference number, campaign name, etc., which also will be a variable as I've shown in the other overviews. So this is a nutshell. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.